Hi everyone, another day in the Gamby and I'm just about done. As you can see, I brought up the drawers for the cabinet, the two big drawers, so that's all in now. Brought up my white goods, so that's all, that's the way it's going to sit. Microwave will stay there. Got that plugged into a power board. I just need to make up a small extension lead to run from the power board cable to the power point, and I've got an old power board that I can actually modify to do that, which would be good. What else did I get done today? It might be a bit dark, but I did get that back fly screen done. The only problem was I pulled the damn fly wire too tight and now it's got a bow in it. So I haven't got any more fly wire, so I've got to go buy another roll and then straighten it out and put the fly wire in. But at least I know it's going to work. Went out during the week and bought some of these sort of right angle double power points, double adapters, so my lights will work great in that. That's a touch button LED strip, and then you've got the one on the top here, and it's actually, this is a remote so this, you can take this out and operate it, whoops, from wherever you are in the van. So I've got all that happening. Got the mirror up. Mirror's up on the wall now. I painted this as I said I would, so I took all that out and painted up all that wood grain skirting board and got that in nicely. I did cut away those chunks of liquid nails. It's not too bad. I've still got to run that strip in there to cover up the hole. I've measured up all my RCA cables. I only need one for this left hand speaker. The right hand speaker obviously reaches the sub, so I need one RCA cable and I need one small extension lead, which I will also make up at home, and I happen to have a black one, so the plug for the sub is sitting here. I'm going to bound all these cables together here so it's nice and neat, and run that sub lead into this power point here. What else did I do today? This kicker board. So what I did is I put a piece of timber behind that and screwed it to the floor, and then put a screw in the bottom there just to hold it in place, and I filled the gap on the side. There's not much I could do here. The van's twisted. That's the best it's going to get, so that's going to have to stay like that, unfortunately. What else? I did a couple of little touch-ups, just some paint touch-ups I had wanted to do up there, and I gave this window frame another coat of paint because you could actually see through it. There's still the darker colour sort of streaking through it, so I've done that. The quad for the roof here, I removed the short bit that went to this joiner, and I cut the other piece, cut it to go around the joiner there and the roof joiner, and I've got that outside now, just drying, giving that a coat of paint, sealing white. So that'll go in before I go home tonight. What else did I do? Well, under the van, I had a lot of hoses and stuff, one coming off the tank, one that originally come off the sink when there was a sink in here. I just neatened it all up, cable tied it, and it looks really neat now under there, so it's good. One thing that's disappointing is the van originally, over these floating floorboards, had carpet tiles laid down. And I've had those carpet tiles under the van for 10 weeks. And I'm going to be building my little decking out there in the next couple of weeks. And I went to count how many carpet tiles I had, so that I could roughly work out what size decking I could build for what carpet tiles I had. Someone's knocked them off. They've left me with about 6 and taken the rest. So I'm going to find out who took them. There was only 2 people up here during the week that were on site, so I'm going to ask them later if they know anything about it, and if not, I'll just let the chief instructor know, and he can post something on Facebook, on our Facebook page, and find out who took my carpet tiles. Besides that, I think that's it for the day. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's not. There's this inner latch here, obviously because the original door lock that was on this van had broken at some point in its life. It used to go through there. I fitted this little catch here, so I got rid of that parachute closing pin. So that's been done. I put a lock on the door here today, which is just a smaller version of this one. Had some dramas with that. When I was actually putting that one on, I needed to put that down, because as you can see it comes over the door, and I locked it, didn't I? Where were my keys? Inside the Caravan. So I had to push the fly wire out of this frame and try and crawl through the window whilst pushing this frame up. I got in, and then I had to get back out because I still couldn't get out with the lock being on the outside. So anyway, door closes a lot better now. I got my hammer out. Just put this down here for a second, guys. I got my hammer out today, and I had a little bit of a bash, and it's all good. So that works as my internal door lock, so you don't get no late night party crashes waltzing in. That used to be up here, but I didn't see the purpose of having it up there, to be honest. So I've just put it midway. A lot more convenient. The door's so buckled that you know, if it's going to leak, it'll leak. You can see daylight through there, but there is a little awning, a little aluminium awning just above the door, and that will hopefully protect water from coming in between there. There's nothing I can do about it, really. So it's nice. It sort of hangs down. Chrome's faded on it, chipped off on it, but you know, it's a good one. So yeah, there's not much else I did today. Let's get this hooked up again. There we go. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove this this gas bottle. The van doesn't really need it. Get rid of that off the front. It's empty anyway, so I'll get rid of that. These are a couple of drain hoses that came off the sink, and one that went into the van for the faucet. I don't have a sink, so I got rid of those. As you can see, it's cleaner under there. I cable tied those hoses up. They come off the tank. So that's all done now. Yeah, so it's coming to an end, finally. So all the main work's done, except that one piece of quad to go over the kitchen area, and yeah, I can start sleeping in it as of next week, which is great. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. I'm going to get that piece of quad stuck in, and then hopefully leave early. The plane's still up there somewhere. I can hear it. They had a great day up here today, skydiving, so yeah, unfortunately I didn't get a chance to do it. So yeah, but next week, 2 days, yes. Alright, cheers guys, thank you. Hi everyone, another week at Ngambie, working on the van. Didn't have much to do today because it was a jump day, but I'll give you a look at some of the things I've done in the last sort of half hour to an hour. Put this in for my broom, so my broom can stay up there. I'm working on a frame for my sink that came out of the Caravan. I'm going to mount it on the outside but have it so it folds up, and still run all the pipes on everything underneath the van there. What else did I do? I patched a hole here. Got to give this a wipe down yet. I've just done it, so yeah, as you can see, silicon's still wet, it's fresh. So taking home the rubbish. This was the previous owner's old fridge that he should have got rid of at the start of the year and just left it up here. This was the manky old mattress that he had in the van, which I wasn't going to sleep on. So I bought my own mattress up. Just try and touch this door, guys. Hands are full of silicone now, so it's slippery. Okay, what else are we doing here? Okay, I got this shelf up last week. I have to paint the edges of it. It's going to be this cream colour. It is a grey shelf. Match the bench tops, come off the same desk, but I'll paint that. Put a railing on here. My birds have these rope rings that they like to sit on, so I'm going to hang the rope rings from here, and then I can control sort of where they're sitting and when they're sort of, you know, doing their business. It's going to be in one spot. I'll have a little play set up here for them, so they can play up there. So that's all, you know, the mess is all in one spot. It's not all over the joint. Put this trim up yesterday. I actually came up thinking it was a jump day, and it didn't turn out to be a jump day, so I did a bit of work. Had a lot of trouble with this. As you can see, there's some remnants of liquid nails there. There was a fairly big gap because there's so many layers of wall paneling over this. It sort of sat out from the frame, so I had to really pump the liquid nails in there to get it to stick. So I'm going to repaint the wall and the cornice. I've got all my paints there, but as you can see, nearly everything's gone. Everything's left and gone back home now. So we'll top this up. We'll not top it up. We'll touch it up. Get all that nice. Use no more gaps up here, just because the wall bows out here a little bit. The reason being is that the main power inlet comes in at this point, and there was a cover over it, which was inside a cupboard. Well, there's no cupboard here now, so we've got a slight bow in the wall there, and just the way it bows has left a bit of a gap up there, so I've had to gap fill it. I've had no choice. Looks really dirty at the moment. It was nice and clean when I put it up, but due to having to try and manipulate it into position and this, that and the other, it's ended up really, really dirty. So that'll get all painted. Piece of quad on the end actually chipped. A piece came out of it, so what I'll do is I've just gap filled that, and I'll wait until next week and I'll put a bit more in it, and I'll just keep building it up until I've got a nice smooth surface again. What else have I done? I've got a bed. I finally got a bed up here. So I got my mattress and I've made my bed. It's all nice. I've got a little bit of space at the foot of the bed, so when I bring up my bag with my clothes and stuff in it, that can sit at the foot of the bed. As you can see, I've got all the TV and everything done. See if we can get any more light in here. Not that there's much, but yeah, TV's all done. Cables are all cable tied up. It's all neat. Probably bumped that when I cleaned the screen. I just gave the screen a quick clean with some Windex. Yeah, I've just got to go around it. There's a few little white marks and stuff on the walls and stuff. A little bit of dust because I'm still working on it as I'm trying to get it finished. So yeah, but I need to get a universal remote control for this. People tell me you can use the Bluetooth on your phone. I couldn't work it out, so I'm just going to get a universal remote for it. I know it all works, so soft touch there, and I believe, where are we? Let's see if we can get a picture on the screen here, guys. It's doing something. It's gonna make a liar out of me now. Hang on. I had this thing sort of going yesterday. Nah, making a liar of me. There we go. That's a beautiful picture too. So, yeah, that's going to be nice to watch sitting back in bed. So, anyway, I'll turn it off. Don't need it on. So we're slowly getting there. As you know, I got my air conditioner put in there, which is a reverse cycle heater and aircon. I got the mirror up on the wall, which was a mirror that came with the van. I liked it, so I put it back up. Got some different types of double adapters in there. We've got I've got this really funky light. This was a display from work, just showing the types of LED lights that we sell. So I've got that. That's just a soft touch button type LED. Or I've got, where is it? The three there. And the beautiful thing is, this comes out. This is actually a remote. See? So that goes in the top there. I think I covered this fire extinguisher on the wall there. Got some of my white goods or stainless steel goods, if you want to call them that, on the bench. Bench still needs a wipe down. There's a couple of marks. There's a mark here. There's a little chip there. There's not much I can do about that. But yeah, there's still bits and pieces. Fridge has come up awesome. It was like a big streak down here, like I don't know, it's like someone spilt paint on it. I've managed to get like 90% of it off. Pulled a sticker off, got all the residue off. The fridge is like really nice and clean now. It smells clean. I find if I run it at just below 3, this doesn't ice up, so we don't have a lot of water gathering in the tray at the bottom, but it still keeps the beers nice and cold. So this was its first trial run this weekend since I cleaned it up. Got all the smell out of it. What else? Not much, guys. Oh, I did a little bit of paint work on the outside. I had some of that aluminium paint left over from the two lights that I painted inside, so I just sprayed up the A-bar, drawbar, just to make it look a bit nicer. I took the gas bottle out yesterday. I don't need it. I'm not running gas in the van, so I've taken that home. Yeah, just cleaned up, neatened up around the thing. Tried to give the wheel a spray, sprayed the tyre, but you know, it's better than the colour it was. Sprayed all the legs as well for the van. So just to make it look a bit neater. So I sprayed all them up. They were all rusted, so it all look a little bit neater. Did the drum on this side. I've got to get a wheel for this yet, so I know it's a 14 inch. I've just got to measure up the stud pattern. I say it's GM, so shouldn't be too hard to get one. Wow. Oh, another thing I did was this what do you call it? Fly screen. What happened last week is when I put the fly screen in, I actually pulled the fly screen too tight, and what happened is the frame ended up bowing. So unfortunately, because I'd already cut the fly screen, I had to buy another roll. So yesterday I got another roll. I straightened out the frame as good as I could. There's a few dents in it now, but you know, that's just too bad. So I got it as straight as I could. I laid the new fly screen on it, and I made sure it was really loose when I rolled the rubber beading in, and it straightened the frame out, and it actually sits quite nice along that trim. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there is on the wall there is a trim. It sitted quite nice. It sits quite nice. I bought a couple of these during the week. I needed a few extras because I'd taken those ones that I put on the back window when I was trial fitting that from this window. So I've got a couple of clear ones here. So we're getting very close to finishing it. I can actually sleep in it now, so next weekend will be the first weekend I sleep in it. Yeah, I've got my water bottle there, gave that a good clean out during the week. A little bit of water, a little bit of rice, a little bit of baking soda, gave it a good shake up, took all the residue out of the bottom, flushed it all out. It's beautiful. So that holds 25 litres. So yeah, I'll bring water up from home rather than use the water up here, because they bill you for it as well as the electricity. So I won't leave nothing on during the week. This wall here, I should have done this a long time ago and didn't. Should have done it before I painted it. It needs some liquid nails in behind it. I think just with the force of the wind outside, some days it flexes the wall and it keeps popping these two nails out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some, next week, I can't be bothered this week, I'm too tired. I'm going to put some liquid nails in there and tap those two little tacks back in, and hopefully that'll fix that from bowing out. As you can see, I bought some power leads with the flat face. They don't stick out this way, but they're also a piggyback. They're a piggyback plug, so that's great if I ever want to run, say, my phone charger here, I can. And I decided to buy a black one for the TV as well. So that's a flat, comes out the side rather than come out the front, but it's also a piggyback. So I've got plenty of power points in the van now. You know, I've got an extra one there if I need it. I've got these four here, and that one, it's a hell of a lot better than how it was set up before I bought the van. This van actually caught fire. I found that out after I bought it, but yeah, the amount of extension leads and power points and double adapters and jeez, you got no idea. It was an accident waiting to happen. It actually burnt out the circuit breaker in the power box and set that light on fire. So yeah, it's all wired up properly now. It's all good. Shouldn't have any electrical problems with it. I've gone through the whole, well, basically the whole system as far as I could investigate when removing wall panels and this, that and the other, and it all looked good. So yeah, put that latch on there as well. I don't know if I covered it in the last vid, but that actually latches the door when you close it from the inside. Originally there would have been a proper lock, So when you close the door, you would have had a little snib that you push down to lock it from the inside, but that lock no longer exists. That's why I put that patch over it.